Tears of the Kingdom is an amazing game, and there's tons of reasons why it's an amazing game. But what are those reasons? The depths and the sky, expanding the already massive world of the previous game, a more impactful story that focuses more on the present than the past. No, stupid, it's the amount of Korok torture machines you can build. Tears of the Kingdom allows you to torture the Koroks as revenge for gifting you a literal golden back in Breath of the Wild for getting all 900 of these little things that were hidden throughout the massive world. It's about time we got our revenge. So in this video, I'll be going over 13 ways to torture a Korok, going over stuff like crucifixion and being absolutely crushed to death. So without further ado, let's ascend into the world of Korok torture methods. So the first torture method is a very simple one. It's simply fusing a bomb to your shield and then jumping onto the Korok or near the Korok. Very easy, nothing much here. I just thought of this because I had no other ideas. Next is the crucifixion. I think a lot of you might have seen this floating around the internet, and it's really easy to do. All you have to do is grab 3 of these wooden pieces, which you can find at the Hudson building material areas that are scattered everywhere on the map. Then you use Ultra Hand to make it into the shape of a cross and attach it to a stabilizer. You also have to fuse the Korok onto the cross, of course. And last but not least, shoot a fire arrow onto the wooden part so that the stabilizer activates and the wood starts burning at the same time, and you get a very satisfying result. Up next is the Rocket Man. This is a very simple one, but it's amazing. All you have to do is just fuse a ton of rockets onto this Korok, and once you're done with that, you just have to hit the rocket with an arrow, so you know you're a bit far away from it, and then you just watch the Korok fly into the air and then fall. In this clip over here, mine actually hit this rock and went bouncing in another direction, which I found very satisfying. These next 3 ones are all pretty similar. The first one being the flame torture. All you have to do is just stack a bunch of flame emitters on top of each other and have a Korok there as well. And then just activate the flames, and then the Korok, you know, it's burning to death. Amazing. The next one is the frost torture. It works the same, just with the frost emitters. And lastly, the beam torture, which is with beam emitters. I would have done the shock one, but I don't know where to find shock emitters. I somehow don't have any. Up next, we have the getting crushed method. Very simple. You know those Sky Island chunks that fall to the ground? And you know how you're meant to use recall on them while you're on them so you can fly up to the sky? Well, if you use recall on them and get them to fly up and place the Korok right underneath their landing space and then undo your recall, you can watch as that Sky Island chunk comes and absolutely crushes the Korok. Up next is probably one of my favorite ones because when done correctly in a better situation than what I show, it can be extremely satisfying, and that is the cannon torture. All you do is fuse a cannon to your shield, aim at the Korok, and then shoot it. You can also make cool contraptions using cannons, but I didn't really feel like doing that. This Korok here is being eaten by a Molduga, and you may be wondering, what did the Korok do to deserve this? Well, guess what? This Korok actually was not subscribed to the Crazy Tendo YouTube channel. And you guys should subscribe, or I'm gonna feed you to the Moldugas as well. Now this next one is really simple, but it's probably one of the most evil methods. You know Death Mountain? It's a volcano. So we can take a Korok and we can drop it all the way down. That is just amazing. These next few ones involve cars. So starting off, we have this one, which is where I basically built a car and drove over a Korok. This one didn't work as well, as with the design of my car, the Korok sort of ended up inside of it, which was weird. But you could honestly just make an amazing car and run over the Korok. But what if you don't want to run over the Korok and you want to use the Korok to run into things? Well, that's what this next one is. It's like a battering ram Korok car thing. Just attach the Korok to the front of your car and ram into objects. Now, no weird dialogue shows up when you do this, for me at least, but it's still awesome. I mean, who wouldn't want to ram a Korok into a mountain over and over again? Last but not least, we have the catapult. This is very simple to make. All you gotta do is get 3 of these Hudson construction logs And then you also got to get a few of these boards so you can make a place for the korok to go inside. Then you attach it to a stabilizer at the bottom, place the korok inside, hit it, and the korok should go flying. So that concludes this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one, and if you did, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel with notifications on so you never miss an upload of mine. But with that all said and done, thank you guys so much for sticking around, and I'll see you in the next one.